Hello and welcome to the latest in a new series of bite-sized videos from Manufacturing Management. My name is Chris Beck, I'm Manufacturing Management's editor. This is the latest video in our new Ask the Expert series, where we're going to be picking the brains of some of the leading suppliers to the industry about the topics that are most affecting UK manufacturing. And today I'm joined by Dave Warsman, Managing Director of Achieva Business Solutions. Achieva are a leading SAP Business One Gold partner who specialise in providing software solutions for manufacturers. Today we're going to be talking about how Dave sees the industry developing over the next 10 years and the importance of the manufacturing cloud. Dave, thanks for being with us today.
You're welcome, Chris.
First of all, can I ask, what is the manufacturing cloud and how does it benefit manufacturers?
Yeah, that's a good question. Well, I suppose in some respects it's a relatively new concept, but I think it is particularly advantageous to sort of make toward, engineer to order environments where manufacturers are adding value to their clients and not just selling standard products. So what it is really a service orientated manufacturing model that shares things like the manufacturing capabilities and available resources in a sort of node-based network. And essentially it's fully connecting basically all the different types of manufacturer. So if you say, for example, have a fabrication requirement, and that might be laser cutting, plasma cutting, water jet cutting, CNC machining, metal bending, surface treatments, all those sorts of things. You can now load your CAD requirement and automatically get quotes and confirmed supply instantly via these AI-driven networks. So if you think about a client coming to a manufacturer with a new requirement and following the design that they do, you have to then still go and source suppliers for certain elements, and all these things are take time. And of course, companies do these serially for every single requirement, and that adds a lot of lead time into it. And the aim of the cloud manufacturing process is to take that lead time out.
Absolutely, you sort of touched on it there, but what sort of impact is this going to have on manufacturing supply chains, companies that feed into that some of the bigger manufacturers?
Yeah. Well, I think what will happen is that companies will move away from a traditional workflow of dealing with one company at a time, because when you do that, what you're doing is you're dealing in serial. Most of the conversation is private; it's not shared with anybody else other than the one company. So the whole of the supply chain doesn't have a real-time view of everything, and it's only their own isolated requirement that they've got a view of. So when ERP becomes part of the manufacturing cloud platform, the game changes. Suddenly the requirements, the plans, the work in progress can all be shared to all the nodes in the supply chain, and that then means that you're not just processing real time within your own business, but the whole supply chain.
Absolutely. And taking a kind of wider view, I suppose, how has the pandemic and the events of the last year or so accelerated or changed the way that companies are adopting and thinking about technology?
Yeah, sure. I think certainly cloud-based technologies have obviously been actively sought out during this period. And to be honest, that in turn has given companies like ours the sort of extra drive to take our products to the next level of cloud integration and to extend the real-time connective options that gives you. So what you have seen in the last the last year, maybe 2 years, is that you're getting a lot more broker type services popping up on the internet. So this is not just for manufacturing, although there are obviously ones for manufacturing. Fractory is a good example of that. But these broker services are for everything, including further downstream in logistics, where they're acting as a broker and designed really to connect real-time information to them. So it's helped us. The acceptance of the cloud has certainly increased in this period of time, and it's led us to invest more into changing the software technologies to work more with that.
Sure. What kind of services and how can Achieva help, particularly SMEs, embrace the cloud and some of the new technologies that are out there?
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, we have a solid platform for manufacturing with SAP Business One, and layered onto that our make to order and engineer to order type options. And what we've recently done is effectively stripped, rather than a huge manufacturing add-on to go with SAP Business One, we've stripped that right back into individual cloud components, and we're making them more commoditized. And making them more on demand and easy to take up, so customers can take a free trial of something like shop floor data collection or production planning, and that is all serviced from the cloud. There's nothing really touching the internal systems other than the exchange of data. And connecting these to these broker platforms that have sprung up like Factory, that really creates the full manufacturing cloud service. That means, for example, an engineer could get immediate feedback on the feasibility and the costs of something that's new before even considering making prototypes of them. So it extends the possibilities of what you can do with ERP when when it's brought together. It would also actually benefit, funnily enough, new SMEs in the manufacturing space, because obviously if you think about it, with the level of choice that's available with something like this manufacturing cloud and resources that are available to them, why would you need expensive machines which basically give you expensive startup costs for new SMEs? And in reality, it's only like a company like Uber. They're a great vehicles company, but they don't own any vehicles. They just manage, and that's what manufacturing cloud will bring. It will bring extra speed of delivery, and especially if, like I said, you're having to design new items, new products on a regular basis, it will certainly speed that process up.
Absolutely. Well, unfortunately, Dave, we've run out of time, but it's been a fascinating discussion. We've talked a bit about some of the new technologies that are out there around the cloud, and how, in particular, smaller companies are starting to see the benefits of it. We're just about to display some contact information if you wanted to find out more about anything that Dave has mentioned today. But thank you very much for watching this Manufacturing Management Ask the Expert session. I hope you found it insightful. I look forward to welcoming you to the next one soon. And thank you very much to Dave Warsman of Achieva Business Solutions. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Chris.